following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Cale Peterson. And Gracie, go Pollen! Puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor into the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Upon on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets. Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walda's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at RadioPlusInfo.com.
Hey, good Saturday afternoon to you, and welcome in here to Slinger, Wisconsin. Slinger High School is the host of tonight's WIAA Division IV sectional final between the Laconia Spartans and the Prairie School Hawks. And, this is obviously for Laconia, this has been a run of a couple of years that does not look like it's about to end. And for the Spartans, hopefully means another trip to the Resch Center. A season ago, down in Brown Deer, the Spartans took care of Racine Lutheran in an overtime game, won on a Tierney Madigan jump shot, and that sent the Spartans to the Division IV state semifinals, And, this year looking to do the same thing, this time playing here at Slinger with the big owl logo on the center court. Beautiful facilities here. I want to thank to everyone at Slinger for getting us set up here in the last row of the stands and just about ready for these two teams to run out and get warming up here for this sectional final. For Laconia, to get to this point, knocked off Flyway Conference co-champs Winnebago Lutheran on Thursday, handled them pretty good, a double-digit win over the Vikings, and did so with Peyton Morgan, Aubrey Leonard, and Callista Vandenberg collecting big nights. And those three will look to kind of contribute and replicate what they did on Thursday here this afternoon. Big day of sports here on Radio Plus Info. You can see pretty much any game in the area that you need. We got some boys regional action coming up this afternoon, and tonight I joked last night, it's kind of like an NFL slate here. We got a 1 o'clock window, a 4 o'clock window, and then a 7 o'clock window here today on Radio Plus Info. So looking forward to this afternoon's game. Caught up with Coach Morgan a couple of minutes ago, and we're going to play that when we come back from our first time out. But Laconia comes into this game on the season, 6-game winning streak, 24-3. They have not lost since they lost to WLA at WLA a couple of weeks ago, and that really lit a fire, it looks like, on this Laconia Spartan team, and they have been hard to touch since then. For Prairie School, they're coming off an 88-67 just dominant win, 19-point win over Random Lake. That happened on Thursday as well. They're 24-3 on the season, much like the Spartans are, 15-1 in that Metro Classic Conference. They tied with Dominican. So 2 years straight, Laconia plays a Metro Classic Conference team here in the sectional final. An opportunity to punch their ticket to the Resch Center for 2 years straight, and we're looking forward to having it for you here on Radio Plus Info. Jordan King saying, hope you'll stick around for today's game and hopefully punching a ticket for the Spartans headed back to the Resch Center. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Morgan with our pregame interview. That comes up next when we return on RadioPlusInfo.com. Stay with us.
Mueller's Repair and Recovery is a proud sponsor of Laconia in their game today. Good luck, Spartans! Mueller's Repair and Recovery is a full-service automotive repair shop. They'll do engine and transmission swaps, brakes, oil changes, and more. Call 852-0103. That's 852-0103 for Mueller's Repair and Recovery. 104 South Main Street, Rosendale. Good luck, Laconia!
From their farm to your table. Visit Rose 23 Cattle Company. Local pasture-raised beef and pork. Their freezers on site are stocked with all cuts of beef and pork. Beef quarters and pork halves are available for 2023 now. Visit Rose23CattleCo.com for pricing and availability. Their goal is to provide the highest quality products to the community. Located on Highway 23 Rosendale. From their farm to your table. Visit Rose 23 Cattle Company. Good luck, Laconia, in your game today.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops just for your space. And buying direct saves you money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Vote yes for the Rosendale-Brandon School District referendum. $46.5 million saved over the time of the loan. Updated facilities, including safety and accessibility, bringing all kids together, uniting communities, and showing Spartan pride. Continuing excellence in Rosendale-Brandon School District education. Find them on Facebook and Instagram, as well as visit www.rbsd.us/referendum for more information. Reminder, vote yes to questions 1 and 2 for the Rosendale-Brandon School District. Paid for by Vote Yes for RBSD.
Welcome back here on the pregame show. Jordan King with you here at RadioPlusInfo.com, and talking now with Coach Chris Morgan. And Coach, year later, back, different venue, same game, and playing another great opponent from the Greater Metro Conference down there. And before we get into the Prairie School, just talking about your team, balance has been so key for you guys this year, and it could be anyone's night on any given night, whether that's Tierney having a big night. On Thursday, it was Peyton that had a lot of big shots against WLA. How key has that been for you, and just how much pressure does that take off of your kids, knowing that they got 8 different teammates that could go off on a given night?
Yeah, that's the beauty of our team, is that it could be any kid on any given night, and I think that's what makes us tough to guard, is because if you focus in on 1 or 2 kids, that gives other kids opportunities, because maybe you open up driving gaps or you open up shots for other kids. So we're able to go out there most of the time and just play basketball. We don't have to scheme too much on the offensive end, because we just have playmakers with the ball. We've got shooters, and those are the toughest teams to guard at all times.
Starts on defensive end for you guys, obviously. What do you look to do in terms of the matchup with the Prairie School to maybe try to speed them up and turn them over like you do so well?
Yeah, it's tough because they've got some great guard play. I mean, they got J.J. Barnes, who's one of the top sophomores in the state. She's really good. She's strong with the ball. But we're just going to have to try to play our game as we normally do. That's going to be our game plan, is come out the same as we always do now. You always look at matchups and you got to understand what certain kids can do, but you don't want to overthink it either. Within the flow of the game, if we don't like what we're doing, if we don't like the way it's going, we can always make adjustments then. But I think to make too many adjustments early, you might come after the game and then kick yourself if you overthought it too much.
Aubrey Leonard is a terrific point guard for you guys, able to great off the drive and then dishing. Just talk about her play in the postseason here. You talked about guard play. A lot of times it comes down to that, and you got some good guards, maybe starting with her and then moving on to a couple of others.
Yeah, she's been phenomenal. The last 8, 9, 10 games, she's been really, really good with the ball. She's been limiting her turnovers. She's been breaking down teams, getting off the dribble, either getting to the rim, or when they help, she's pitching it out. She's making the right basketball play. So she's doing a great job. And then on the defensive end, she's always one of the lockdown defenders on the other team's best guard. And just her combination of athleticism from the speed and quickness standpoint to just mental toughness, she's just going to keep coming at you. So as long as she can stay out of foul trouble, that's sometimes the biggest key for her. She gets amped up and sometimes picks up a silly one early, so she just got to stay in the game and be available for us.
We talked about it, led off right away with you guys have been here before. I think a lot of people maybe would look at the roster and say, man, this is a young Laconia team, but you look back last year, you guys are pretty experienced if you're just looking at a box score. So what do you hope that does for your girls here this afternoon, playing in their second sectional final for most of these girls?
Yeah, this is going to be a battle all the way, and we have to draw on the experience of playing big games. We played in a big sectional final last year where it went to overtime, and we had to be mentally tough and grind that one out. And then being at the state tournament where you're playing under the big lights, and hopefully we can draw on that experience, because this is going to be a great team we're playing, and we might find ourselves down 10, 15 points at some point, and we just have to have that composure and resilience to stay with it and not lose our head and just keep coming at it, because we know we have the talent to overcome just about any deficit.
Eyes on the Rush Center, but obviously focus here at Slinger to this afternoon. Coach, good luck. Go get him.
All right, thank you.
There you go. That's Coach Morgan. We're back with more pregame show. Rolls on right after this.
Redeker Dairy Equipment has been taking care of the needs of area farmers for over 50 years. They're your one-stop shop for Delaval milking equipment. And Redeker Dairy Equipment sells and maintains every system from rotary parlors to robotic equipment. They'll deliver chemicals, dips, and supplies right to your farm. Redeker Dairy has an electrical department that offers residential, commercial, and industrial services. Good luck, Spartans, from Redeker Dairy Equipment in Brandon.
J&J Trucking of Brandon is a proud sponsor of Laconia in tonight's game. John and Judy Hutter, the owners of J&J Trucking of Brandon. Milk transport and farm pickup, drop decks and vans, and more. A proud community sponsor of high school sports. They've been in business almost 30 years. Give them a call today, 346-2880 for J&J Trucking of Brandon.
PT Tire and Service, how can I help you?
Hi, my dad is out in the field kicking his tires and saying naughty words. Can you help?
Thanks for calling. Just leave the rest to us. Tire problems are no problem at PT Tire and Service.
PT Tire and Service, the tire experts of Central Wisconsin, offering 24/7 tire services. Call 346-TIRE or stop by 301 East Clark Street, Brandon. For all your tire problems and needs, that's 346-TIRE.
Mueller's Repair and Recovery is a proud sponsor of Laconia in their game today. Good luck, Spartans! Mueller's Repair and Recovery offers 24-hour towing and recovery. Heavy, medium, and light duty. Long hauls anywhere in the States. They'll also take a truck to wherever the broken down one is, too. Call 852-0103 for a tow. Mueller's, 104 South Main Street, Rosendale. Good luck, Laconia.
Welcome back here to Slinger High School. WIAA sectional final action here between Laconia and the Prairie School, and captains meeting at half court with the officials to get the ground rules laid out. Glista Vandenberg out there for Laconia, and for Laconia it starts with Tierney Madigan. But I'll tell you what, talking to Coach Morgan, I think he put it well. It makes them very difficult to defend when you can go 8 deep or so with players that. Look, it could be their night tonight, or their afternoon in this case, here this afternoon at Slinger High School. Madigan goes 12-3 and averages 5.3 boards per game. Peyton Morgan, 10.5 points per game. She was on fire against WLA, shot extremely well from three-point range, as the Spartans did overall, shot over 40% from three-point range on Thursday night in that big win. Ended up being a 69-53 16-point win over their flyway rivals. Aubrey Leonard averages 9.5 points per game, 3.5 assists for Aubrey so far this season. And as Coach Morgan said, has started to cut down on the turnovers and value the basketball. And that's a big deal when you get into the postseason. Can you share it? And certainly, can you take care of it and value possessions? And that's what Laconia has been able to do. It's been really made them dangerous here in the postseason. Glista Vandenberg had a huge night the other night, averages 8 points and 8 rebounds a game, and is really the force interior in an interior fashion for Laconia. And she'll have to have a big game here this afternoon for Laconia to move on to the Resch Center. Reese Keel averages 6.3 points per game. She's a sharp shooter. Kaylee Taplin averages just over 6, and then Ava Engel is under 6, but right there at that 6-point mark. Molly Duell averages 5 and 3.5 boards per contest as well for the Spartans. So that's, a pretty good, there you go, top 8 for Laconia, all averaging 5 or more points per game. Meanwhile, for the Prairie School, they average 20.1 points per game from J.J. Barnes. She is the leading scorer for them, one of the better guards you'll see in the state. As a team, they average nearly 67 points per game, and certainly have had some games so far this season where they've been up in the 80s, close to touching 90 on several occasions this season, including in their sectional semifinal win, 88-67 win against Random Lake. For Laconia, want to certainly focus on the defensive side of things and secure that down first, maybe get out and run in transition, use their shooters that they have that are extremely efficient from deep, and that's the recipe for success for them. But getting back to Barnes, 20.1 points per game, 9.3 boards per game, and one of the better assisters you'll see, nearly 4 assists per game. Meg Decker, meanwhile, leads the team in assists, 5.1 assists per night, averages 6 boards and 12.6 points. Reese Hadamil has 13.7 points per game and 6 boards as well. Ava Collier-White kind of rounds out the scoring. She averages 8, and then Sophia Lawler averages 6.7 points per game for the Prairie School. So that's kind of how things shake out from a statistical point of view so far this season. And we just mentioned the players to kind of watch out for. I think it's going to end up being J.J. Barnes versus whoever it is that pops out tonight or this afternoon for Laconia. Like I said, it's so hard to figure out who that's going to be. Is it going to be Tierney Madigan? Will it be Peyton Morgan with some of those corner and wing threes? She just drained one here in warm-ups. Is she catching fire with her 42.9% three-point percentage that she averages for the Spartans? We have starters for Laconia. Their starters are going to be unchanged from Thursday night. Number 11, Tierney Madigan, is the 5'10 sophomore. She's joined by sophomores 5'8, number 14, Aubrey Leonard, and 5'10, number 21, Peyton Morgan. Again, those are the 3 sophomores. Callista Vandenberg is a 5'11 junior, wears number 12. And then Reese Keel, the 5'8 senior, wears number 23. Hit a couple of big threes against WLA on Thursday night. And when WLA was looking poised to make a run, Reese Keel got free. She has kind of an interesting hitch in her shot, but certainly gets it to fall. She shoots it at a 39.5% clip from distance. One thing to maybe look out for when we go down the stretch, Laconia, not a very good free throw shooting team. Aubrey Leonard shoots it at 67.4%. Everyone else for the Spartans that have shot more than 10 free throws on the year are under 60%. Conversely, for the Hawks, 79.4% for J.J. Barnes, 68.8% for Meg Decker, and then Reese Hadamil averages 61%. After that, it gets really, really slim pickings from the free throw line for the Prairie School as well. So does free throw shooting come into play? Usually it does in a postseason game. Is this the night where Laconia is going to have to step up and maybe improve from what they've done over the course of the season from the charity stripe? We are about 6 minutes from starters and anthem. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we will finish up the pregame show as we continue on here from Slinger High School. As the crowd continues to fill up, there's not much room left here on the Laconia side. They got both of their allotments filled up. They had to roll out some extra bleachers for the Spartan fans. Last one out of Rosendale. Turn off the lights this afternoon. Here we go. We're going to take a timeout. Back with more. Pregame show continues after this. Stay with us.
Good luck, Laconia, in your game today from the Rosendale-Brandon School District. On April 4th, Rosendale-Brandon School District residents will see 2 referendum questions on election ballots that will greatly impact the future of Rosendale-Brandon schools. The first question would authorize borrowing up to $1.5 million per year for 2 years needed to maintain current programs and services. The second question, if approved, authorize borrowing up to $35.7 million to address aging buildings and create efficient, safe, and updated learning environments for students. Proposed improvements would impact all district students by creating a unified central district campus with 2 enhanced and upgraded buildings connected by a new road for buses, parents, and staff. Voters are encouraged to become well-informed by attending a referendum information session and reviewing facts on the district's website before voting on April 4th. Good luck, Laconia, in your game today from the Rosendale-Brandon School District. From their farm to your table. Visit Rose 23 Cattle Company. Local pasture-raised beef and pork. Their freezers on site are stocked with all cuts of beef and pork. Beef quarters and pork halves are available for 2023 now. Visit Rose23CattleCo.com for pricing and availability. Their goal is to provide the highest quality products to the community. Located on Highway 23 Rosendale. From their farm to your table. Visit Rose 23 Cattle Company. Good luck, Laconia, in your game today.
Nolan Insurance Agency of Brandon. Nolan Insurance Agency is committed to finding you the best insurance coverage at the most competitive rates. Whether it's home, auto, business, farm, crop, health, or life insurance, Nolan Insurance Agency has complete coverage and the personalized service you deserve. Nolan Insurance, 112 East Main Street in Brandon. Best of luck to all area athletes in your game today from Nolan Insurance.
Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry is a proud sponsor in today's game. Celebrating 10 years in business, Nathan specializes in kitchen and bathroom remodels, whole house remodels, new construction, additions, and more. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry also has an in-house designer on staff with virtual reality designs to help visualize your space before construction starts. Quality, efficiency, and integrity. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry. See Nathan's work at potratscarpentry.com and like them on Facebook.
J&J Trucking of Brandon is a proud sponsor of Laconia in tonight's game. John and Judy Hutter, the owners of J&J Trucking of Brandon. Milk transport and farm pickup, drop decks and vans, and more. A proud community sponsor of high school sports. They've been in business almost 30 years. Give them a call today, 346-2880 for J&J Trucking of Brandon.
Back here at Slinger High School, WIAA Division IV sectional final between the Hawks and the Spartans. Prairie School and Laconia getting after it here. In the final regular season Division IV coaches poll, the Prairie School came in at number 5, Laconia came in at number 6. Now Laconia almost all season long was number 2 right behind La Crosse Aquinas until that road loss against flyway opponents Winnebago Lutheran. After that, Laconia dropped down to number 6. And really hadn't been able to go back up the rankings. Now, there's some oddities in the coaches' rankings, certainly. Westfield was ranked number 2. Laconia had beat them earlier in the season by 30-plus points. So, and then I can't always use the coaches' poll to justify maybe what you expect from a game. However, these two teams, both number 1 seeds in their respective regionals, and then obviously ranked very closely in a coaches' poll. I think you're going to have a very evenly matched contest here today. Does it go to overtime like it did last year for Laconia? We'll see. That comes up today. The road to this sectional final for the Prairie School looked like this. Regional semifinal played Horicon, beat them 89-22. Regional final, Cedar Grove, Belgium, 74-55, double-digit win. And then the sectional semifinal we mentioned, 88-67, 21-point win over Random Lake. So that was the path there for the Hawks. And then we told you about Laconia's path a little bit earlier on, but we'll remind you of that, a sectional semifinal win over Winnebago Lutheran. Before that, it was a regional semifinal win over Valders, 84-35, and a regional final win over Sheboygan Lutheran, 54-29. I think the thing you point out and take out of that from the Laconia Spartans is this. Defensively, they have been locking teams down all season long. Their final 6 games during this 6-game winning streak, the opponents' totals, 16, 29, 21, 35, 29, and then WLA scored 53 on Thursday. Laconia plays elite defense. Can they hold down a Prairie School squad that scores it pretty well on their own right? They average 67 points per game. We are nearly ready for the national anthem and the starters here to be announced from Slinger High School. The Owls are the host, the Spartans and the Hawks getting after it. Sectional final action, that comes up next. Stay with us here on RadioPlusInfo.com.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops just for your space, and buying direct saves you money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Good luck, Laconia, in your game today from the Rosendale-Brandon School District. On April 4th, Rosendale-Brandon School District residents will see 2 referendum questions on election ballots that will greatly impact the future of Rosendale-Brandon schools. The first question would authorize borrowing up to $1.5 million per year for 2 years needed to maintain current programs and services. The second question, if approved, authorize borrowing up to $35.7 million to address aging buildings and create efficient, safe, and updated learning environments for students. Proposed improvements would impact all district students by creating a unified central district campus with 2 enhanced and upgraded buildings connected by a new road for buses, parents, and staff. Voters are encouraged to become well-informed by attending a referendum information session and reviewing facts on the district's website before voting on April 4th. Good luck, Laconia, in your game today from the Rosendale-Brandon School District.
Mueller's Repair and Recovery is a proud sponsor of Laconia in their game today. Good luck, Spartans! Mueller's Repair and Recovery is a full-service automotive repair shop. They'll do engine and transmission swaps, brakes, oil changes, and more. Call 852-0103. That's 852-0103 for Mueller's Repair and Recovery. 104 South Main Street, Rosendale. Good luck, Laconia!
Vote yes for the Rosendale-Brandon School District referendum. $46.5 million saved over the time of the loan. Updated facilities, including safety and accessibility, bringing all kids together, uniting communities, and showing Spartan pride. Continuing excellence in Rosendale-Brandon School District education. Find them on Facebook and Instagram, as well as visit www.rbsd.us/referendum for more information. Reminder, vote yes to questions 1 and 2 for the Rosendale-Brandon School District. Paid for by Vote Yes for RBSD.
Well, back here at Slinger High School, where they're pulling out all the stops for this sectional final. And they're going to meet the starting lineups here tonight. We started with Laconia, and we'll start with Laconia. We told you about it. Tierney Madigan wears number 11. Callista Vandenberg is number 12. Number 14 is Aubrey Leonard. 21 is Peyton Morgan. And 23 is Reese Keel. 11 Madigan, 12 Vandenberg, 14 Leonard, 21 Morgan, 23 Keel. Those are the starters for the Spartans. For the Prairie School, number 1 is a 5'9 junior. That's Reese Hadamio, and she is one of the starting guards. Number 5 is Meg Decker. She's a 5'6 sophomore, joined out there by one of the best sophomores in the state. And Laconia knows a thing or two about terrific sophomores. Number 24 is J.J. Glass Barnes. She is a 5'8 sophomore. Ava Collier-White is a 5'4 junior, wears number 11. And then Sophie Lawler is out there, a 5'9 senior, wears number 23 and closes out the starting lineup for the Prairie School. Once again, 1 Hadamio, 5 Decker, 11 Collier-White, 23 Lawler, and 24 Barnes, the starters for the Prairie School. Prairie School is the Hawks, and Laconia is the Spartans. Spartans in their road greens, and the Prairie School is in their home white. So I would assume on the scoreboard you would see that exact same thing transpire. Tierney Madigan looking for maybe a little bit of a stronger performance than she had on Thursday, but again, WIAA did all they could. Stuck one of the better defenders in the state in Kiera Shea on Tierney Madigan, and it just opened up Peyton Morgan, Aubrey Leonard, Callista Vandenberg to have huge nights on Thursday night. So it doesn't really matter if you want to try to take one person away. That's what we talked about pregame. If you missed that interview with Coach Morgan, that's what he said. That's what makes us so difficult to defend, is how balanced we can be and how any night can be any person's game. And that's what makes them difficult. So the starters, we announced those, and they announced them here. We'll get the lights on, and we're just about ready to tip things off. 18 minutes, throw that up on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. And we have sectional final action to you here on RadioPlusInfo.com. One of 6 games here on RP Video Sports today, and we hope you'll enjoy today's coverage. And already a delay as we get a little sweat wiped off the ceiling, or I don't know, they wiped that off a couple of times in warm-ups too. I wonder if excess liquid on the leaking through the ceiling. What's going on here? Well, anyways, we're ready to roll here. Vandenberg and Barnes will tip it. Barnes wins it. Far side with Meg Decker, and the first possession goes to the Hawks. They're going to go straight to their leading scorer, J.J. Barnes. She's guarded by Peyton Morgan. Near side, this is Collier White. Bounces down underneath to Barnes. Double team there from the Spartans. Morgan defends. The fadeaway jumper is good. J.J. Barnes with the first possession bucket, and that was good footwork underneath by the Prairie School's leading scorer. 2-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. First opportunity for the Spartans. Man-to-man defense for the Hawks. Screen here for Madigan. She drives on the right side, spins it out, left hand. Good! Count the basket in the foul. Tierney Madigan hits her first shot, and she goes to the free throw line where she shoots it at a 55.7% clip. And a chance to give Laconia an early lead here. Great footwork on the other side. We just saw Barnes do it on one end, and Madigan with good footwork, one dribble, and hits. So Madigan with 3 early ones for the Spartans and a 3-2 lead. 17-23 just underway here at Slinger High School. Division IV sectionals final here between the 5th and 6th ranked team in the state, if you believe the coaches poll. Near side with Hedemio. Top of the key between the circles for Decker. Off of a screen, kicks it to the corner. 3 ball on the way. Rainbow's up, no good. Offensive rebound, Decker. That was Lawler that missed it. And Decker got the offensive board. Leonard lost her there on the rebound opportunity. And so a second chance opportunity here as Barnes drives the lane. Mid-range jumper, no good. Up strong. Offensive rebound, Hedemio. And a double dribble. She brought it down, dribbled it, and then recollected. So a double dribble moves things back over to the Spartans, but a couple of offensive rebounds that Laconia and Coach Morgan certainly going to want to get cleaned up as they move forward in this game. Near side with Madigan once again. She has the first 3 points. Hands off here to Keel. Keel to the middle of the paint, kicks out Morgan. Her first touch gets to the middle of the paint. Bumped from behind, and the ball is straight out to Leonard. Aubrey Leonard throws far side Keel. Keel near side with Morgan, and far side once again Madigan. Tierney Madigan, to the hoop. What a first step, Tierney Madigan. She's got all 5. And an early lead here being built by the Spartans. They've scored the last 5 points as Barnes slows things down and uses a screen here. Guarded by Morgan. Near side, this is Decker. Decker uses a screen. Hands it off to Collier White. Barnes has it once again. Spins, middle of the paint, up with some contact. No. Tapped out by Morgan, up ahead to Keel. Reese Keel down the left side of the paint, and a late whistle and the foul. Reese Keel goes to the line. That was a great play by Peyton Morgan on the glass to just, wasn't going to secure the rebound, so she just batted it out ahead to Reese Keel, and Keel got the run out. Second team foul. That foul goes on Collier White, and Keel shoots it, and that one rattles around, no good. Keel is 6 for 8 coming into this game from the free throw line, 75%, but not a ton of opportunities for Reese Keel at the free throw line. Second free throw comes up short as well, so 0 for 2 on that trip for Laconia. They're 1 for 3 to start, and an over and back. That's a little careless there from Hedemio. Just one step over the half-court line, and then threw it back into the backcourt. So a couple of turnovers here from the Hawks. Had a double dribble and now an over and back. Another chance for the Spartans, and they're going to go back to Madigan, who's got 5 early ones here. Backs down on Collier White. Up and under move, and a foul. I'll tell you what, Tierney Madigan puts the defense under so much pressure with her footwork and her ability to handle the basketball. And she goes to the line here for the second time tonight. First was an and 1. She'll shoot 2 here. Left-handed shot is good. Just the one dribble and really kind of a rhythm shot for Madigan, at the free throw line. And she hits the first. She's got all of the points so far and remains that way. All 7 for the Spartans coming from their leading scorer, Tierney Madigan. She's the one who hit the shot to send the Spartans to state a season ago. against Racine Lutheran. Between the circles here, Decker's going to initiate the offense for the Hawks. She's guarded by Leonard. Far side, this is Lawler. Back over to Decker. Looks down to Hedemil, who wants to get the ball into Barnes, but Morgan's working hard underneath, doing a nice job. Here's a triple on the way, no good. Came up short, and no foul on the rebound. Hedemil initiated some contact, but the Spartans have it. Here's Morgan. First shot for her. Rainbows in. Peyton Morgan drills the three from the corner. And it's a 10-2 lead. Here's a shot. Three ball tipped. Decker saves it. Straight to Hedemil. Knocked over by Madigan. Outlet pass to Keel. Back to Madigan into the front court. Here's Tierney Madigan. Hands off to Keel. Shot fake there into Vandenberg. Looks far side. Comes to Leonard. Shot fake there. To the hoop. And she finishes. Aubrey Leonard with a beautiful shot fake. Went right by J.J. Barnes. And it's a 10-point Spartan lead. 14:31 to play first half. Down to the corner. Here is Barnes. She had the only bucket so far for the Prairie School. Little float-away jumper is good. So all four for the Prairie School comes from J.J. Barnes. She's hit a couple of fadeaway jumpers in the middle of the paint. Her mid-range game looks polished for the Hawks. Here's a bounce pass from Madigan out to Keel. Reese Keel near side with Leonard. Lobs it down underneath to Vandenberg. Might have gotten away with an extra step. She gets down to her spot. Can't hit the little hook shot underneath. And the rebound was cleared with Lawler. Here is Barnes. By the way, Amaya Gallica came into the game. And a good box out on the far side by Vandenberg once again. Leonard has it here into the front court. And Madigan now with it. Drives on the left side. That's her spot. Can't get it to go. Little contact there, no whistle. Outlet pass right there with Gallica. Gallica Euro step through the paint, and she scored. Amaya Gallica is a 5'8 freshman, and she came in very quickly and replaced Collier White, and a couple of nice plays here early on for her. Here's Reese Keel. 12-6 lead on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. 13-14 left to play first half. As we're still early stages in this sectional final at Slinger High School. Leonard's caught here, and that's a dangerous pass thrown away. Madigan was cutting to the hoop. Near side, kicked out. Here's a triple on the way. Rainbows up, no good. That came up off to the right as Lawler has missed a couple of triples, and Madigan wants to run. Gets the ball to Keel. Top of the key with Leonard. Shot fake there. Looks to the corner with Peyton Morgan. She wanted that one bad. Long two. And a timeout from Coach Morgan first. So he's going to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Molly Duell and Ava Engel were at the scorer's table to check in for the Spartans. With the, or did they call it a full timeout? I thought they called it a 30. We'll keep it here. Coming up post-game, we'll talk with Coach Morgan, hopefully talking about a ticket that's been punched with his team to the Resch Center. So hope you'll stick around for that. We got a lot of basketball to play between now and then. Long time. 12:43 left in the first half. Just in the first 5 or so minutes here, Laconia has looked good offensively and has played their normal stellar defense as well to hold the Prairie School to just 6 points. So Duell and Engel come in. They replace Peyton Morgan as well as Aubrey Leonard. So Keel stays in along with Madigan, and here is Callista Vandenberg. Handing off here, this is Ava Engel. Reverse pivot and dribbles out to the perimeter. Callista Vandenberg looks down to Duell. Molly Duell with the dribble drive on the right side, up with the right hand, a little bit strong. And a couple of Prairie School players went flying, but not punished by Duell that time on the drive. Here is Decker, near side Hedemil. Skip pass to the far side. Lawler's missed a couple of threes, didn't want to shoot that one. She's being guarded by Callista Vandenberg. Lawler on the season shoots it all right. Certainly not the best shooter you're going to see out there, but she is dangerous from three as Barnes goes far side. Good job by Vandenberg not to pick up any foul and just give up the 2 points there. 12-8. Here's Madigan. Tierney Madigan drives the middle of the paint. Offensive foul. They're going to say she pushed off. And that is the first foul on the Spartans and the first one on Tierney Madigan. Nice job by the Hawks defense to get their hands out, play defense with the belly, and force the contact that time from Madigan. Barnes tries to drive underneath. Now it ends up with Decker. Decker does drive. Gets it there. Right wing three on the way. It's too strong. Decker's got another offensive rebound. I'll tell you what, Meg Decker, the 5'6" sophomore, has done a great job on the offensive glass. That misses, and the long rebound collected by Engel. Madigan wants to run. She's into the front court. Out to Engel. Ava Engel on the drive. Bounce pass. Keel, here's a triple for her. Comes up just short. Rebound on the far side, taken in by Barnes. And stolen right away from Duell. Duell looks back to Engel. Back to Molly Duell. And Madigan's got it. Got to be careful. A couple of Hawks behind her. Here is Ava Engel. Top of the key with Duell once again as the Spartans smartly slow things down. Did not have a chance there in transition. Here is Vandenberg. Gets free underneath and erased from Barnes. Triple. Off the offensive rebound. Good for Keel. Reese Keel. That was a block underneath by Barnes, and it went straight into the waiting hands of Reese Keel, who drilled the shot. Here's Barnes underneath, working on Ava Engel. Blocked by Vandenberg, and it's taken in by Reese Keel. And a frustration foul that time. Barnes swung a hand. And a little out of control there, and I think Coach Jaramillo just saying there, it's all right, we'll be all right, just get back on defense. And that time caught a little bit too much of Reese Keel. Wanted to get the ball right back as the Spartans just did and picked up the foul. Just her first, fourth team foul on the Hawks. Here goes Duell down the lane, bounce pass down to Engel. Engel on the dribble drive with the left hand, kicks it out to Peyton Morgan, who just came back in, along with Aubrey Leonard. This is Duell, middle of the paint, up with the left hand, and scooped it in. Molly Duell, one of the talented sophomores on this team, scores again, and the lead is at its largest. 9 points here in this first half, 17-8. Here is Barnes. Crosses over. Top of the key with Jaramillo. Drives on the right side, up with the right hand, no good. Long two that time, or a long jumper, I should say. That time, no good. And the rebound cleared from the Spartans. They've done a little bit better job boxing out and getting rebounds here, has Laconia last couple of minutes. Top of the key angle, near side Leonard. Aubrey Leonard crosses. Looks to the near side with Ava Engel. 9-point lead for the Spartans on the Quest Interior scoreboard with 9.5 minutes to play first half. Leonard, thought about the step back. Check that was Morgan with the step back. Here goes Duell once again. Molly Duell. And she left it a little bit short. Rebound cleared out with Reese Jaramillo. 5'9" junior looks to the far side. Lawler wants to try another one. Made it. Sophie Lawler, dare me once, dare me twice, and she hits on her third time of asking, her first bucket tonight. 17-11. Backcourt here from Aubrey Leonard. Facing some token pressure from Meg Decker. Nice take once again, Molly Duell. She scores her second bucket. Duell has gotten to the basket with ease here, and another three for Lawler. Made it back-to-back. Sophie Lawler, the senior, makes back-to-back threes to cut this down to a 5-point Spartan lead. At its biggest, it was 9. Here goes Duell. She's scored 2 straight for the Spartans. Kicks it out to Vandenberg. Down to the corner, this is Leonard. Engel pops out for her. Good ball movement and good patience. It finds Morgan. Peyton Morgan down the lane. Can't get it to go. Poked out. Should stay with the Spartans, and it will. A lot of contact on that drive. Wonder if we do have a leak at half court. They continue to go back out there and wipe it up every about minute and a half. And maybe there's a drip coming from the ceiling. Not ideal for a sectional final, but they're taking care of it, doing a nice job with it. Here's Ava Engel. Left her open for 3, came up just short. It was a long 3. 8 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first half. Decker out in transition, looks far side. This is Collier-White. Ava Collier-White comes to Jaramillo. Near side, 3 on the way. Oh, it rattles home. Reese Jaramillo with the shooter's roll there, and it's down to a 2-point game as a nice little run here, 7-0 run. Or check that, a 9-2 run by my notes for the Hawks. This is Morgan. Down to the corner. Madigan with a ball fake. Gets to the block. Kicks it out to Peyton Morgan. Ball moves over to Engel. Madigan catches once again, wants to trigger up a three. This misses off to the right. Rebound comes down. Barnes in transition. J.J. Barnes initiates some contact. Here's a free throw line jumper and a foul. Duel was inside of her. No, sorry, that's on Morgan. And Coach Morgan is not happy. That was a very animated gesture. Got to be careful there. He's saying that J.J. Barnes threw herself into Peyton Morgan. Barnes makes the first free throw meanwhile as temperatures start to rise here between these two fan bases and between these two teams. 19-18 on the Quest Interior scoreboard, 7.5 minutes to play. Barnes makes both. That is one thing J.J. Barnes does very well, 79.4% free throw shooter, and that time she earned the way to the free throw line. Here goes Aubrey Leonard, straight to the hoop, left it up short. Rebound fought for by Duel. She wins another possession after it gets poked out by Reese Hadamio. Callista Vandenberg checks back in for the Spartans. She'll come in for Leonard as we're tied back up on an 11-2 Hawks run right now. Duel looks to get it in and poked away by Decker. It'll stay with the Hawks, but it's going to be a difficult place to inbound here in the corner here for the Spartans. See how they deal with this. It's going to be Duel in the corner. That is a really difficult place right in front of the student section of the Prairie School. And trying to get the ball in, just has to heave it in, and that's a live ball turnover that time. Collier-White in transition, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound and a finish from Sophie Lawler. And Lawler's all the way up to 8 points now, leading things on the scoring department for the Prairie School. Duel down the lane, hounded there by Barnes. Both Prairie School wanted a foul, Laconia wanted a foul, and Prairie School wanted to travel, no call. Here is Morgan, drives to the hoop once again, working on Hedemio, and she misses that jumper on the left side. Up ahead from Barnes to Collier-White, and she traveled, just drug the pivot foot. 21-19 on the Quest Interior scoreboard, 6:36 to play first half. And Reese Keel will come back in here for the Spartans. She replaces Molly Duel. Duel, I'll tell you what, that was a terrific couple of minutes from her. She got to the basket a couple of times, did a terrific job on the defensive end guarding as well. Here's a double underneath with Engel. Can she find the open Spartan? She finds Vandenberg top of the key between the circles. Near side Madigan. Tierney Madigan, dribble drive to the middle of the paint. Ends up with Keel in the corner. Reese Keel gets to a high post. Jump shot there, rattles around and out. Offensive rebound and a foul. Callista Vandenberg goes back to the free throw line. 5th team foul coming here on the Prairie School. And the foul is picked up on by Meg Decker. Decker's first. No foul trouble as of yet for either of these teams. And the first trip to the line for Callista Vandenberg. First free throw off the right hand is good for the 5'11 junior. Vandenberg this season shoots it at a 59% clip from the line. Made the first. And the second one off the right hand comes up a little bit short and off to the right. So can't tie things up. Laconia trails by a point. Down to the corner with Lawler. Out to Barnes. Kicks it out. Hedemio, three on the way. Hit it. Reese Hedemio with 2 threes and 2 threes for Sophie Lawler. And those 12 points are big ones that has gotten the Prairie School not only back into this thing, but now with a 4-point lead. Here is Peyton Morgan. Ava Engel near half court. Near side with Reese Keel. Keel uses the screen from Engel. Down underneath. Physical battle going on there. And Engel hits the fadeaway hook shot. Beautiful footwork by Ava Engel. And she's got her first 2 points tonight. 24-22, 5.5 minutes to play. Lawler with a shot fake. Top of the key, Collier-White. Crosses over, middle of the paint. Gets it to Decker. Decker through the lane, no good. Nice defense from a trailing position that time. That was excellently done by Reese Keel. Down to the corner, Ava Engel feeling it. Wants the three. Hit the three! Ava Engel gives the Spartans a lead once again. 25-24. 5 minutes to go on the Quest Interior scoreboard. First half of action in this sectional final, and a carry. And I think the Spartan fans helped call that one. They have been asking for that to be called on Barnes for the better part of this first half and finally wore down the officials enough to call it. And by the letter of the law, Barnes is carrying the basketball. Here is Keel. Near side, this is Peyton Morgan. Hands off to Aubrey Leonard. Leonard down the paint. Just traveled there. Couldn't quite get the ball out of her hands to Tierney Madigan on the near side. So back-to-back turnovers for both the Hawks and the Spartans. Turn things back over. Here's Barnes, who hands things off to Decker. And Meg Decker has had a nice first half, has the sophomore. She gets it into Barnes, kicks it out, Hedemio. Got to close her out, and she drives right past Leonard, and a good rebound by Keel after she left it short. Morgan, Keel, looks underneath they're trying to get the ball to Vandenberg. She's working hard underneath, and Morgan just about kept control of it there for the Spartans. Here goes Leonard to the hoop. Aubrey Leonard's got 4, and the lead is 3. 4 minutes left in the first half. Spartans and Hawks battling it out here. Trip to state on the line. Back-to-back trips to state on the line for the Spartans. A season ago, the Hawks didn't even get to play in this game. It was Racine Lutheran that played here. And Barnes draws the ire of the Spartan crowd again with the casual dribbling. Here is Collier White. Drug the pivot foot again. Yeah, Collier White pivoted once and then pivoted again, and that turned things over. 3:38 to play first half. 3-point lead here for the Spartans. Timeout for Coach Jaramillo. We're going to take a timeout, 30 seconds. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the first half of action here on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Redeker Dairy Equipment has been taking care of the needs of area farmers for over 50 years. They're your one-stop shop for Delaval milking equipment. And Redeker Dairy Equipment sells and maintains every system from rotary parlors to robotic equipment. They'll deliver chemicals, dips, and supplies right to your farm. Redeker Dairy has an electrical department that offers residential, commercial, and industrial services. Good luck, Spartans, from Redeker Dairy Equipment in Brandon.
Back here at Slinger High School, WIAA Division IV Sectional Final. Tierney Madigan had the first 7 points for the Spartans. Hasn't scored since, hasn't had to. She's gotten a nice output from the rest of her teammates. And I don't think Jaramillo knows that there you go, get back on the defensive side of the floor. That timeout was taken by the Prairie School. It was their first. So each team has used a 30-second timeout, and that's it. Here goes Madigan, right on cue. We talked about Madigan with a little bit of a scoring drought, and she goes straight to the hole. 1-3-1 defense now for the Spartans. This is the first time it's been unleashed by Coach Morgan. Picked off by Leonard. Leonard down the far side, and she finishes. Does Aubrey Leonard. She's got 6. Lead is 7. Can the Spartans use this zone to turn over this Prairie School a couple of times? Here's a bad pass from Decker, and back-to-back turnovers. Oh, boy. You knew it was coming at some point from Coach Morgan, going back to that zone that gives so many teams trouble. And back-to-back turnovers for the Spartans has built a 7-point lead. Can they match their largest lead of the first half? It was 9. Down the lane goes Madigan. Kicks to Peyton Morgan. Gets a shot. 18-footer. Comes off a little bit short. Rebound on the near side with Barnes. J.J. Barnes in transition. Working on Leonard. Kicks it out. Top of the key. Jaramillo with the 3. Won't go this time. Meg Decker with another rebound. And the putback. No good. Lawler. Rebound far side Madigan. Tierney Madigan slows things down. 2:35 to play first half. Sectional final here at Slinger. The Spartans lead it by 7. 31-24. Duel to the middle of the paint. Tierney Madigan down in the corner. Vandenberg continues to work underneath. Offensive foul. Second one for Tierney Madigan. She's going to have to sit for the rest of the first half. You kind of saw that foul coming. Coach Morgan didn't like it. And I'll tell you what, Decker went down fairly easily that time, but the whistle came in favor of the Hawks. Staying in the zone, here is the Spartans. Tipped by Morgan into the backcourt. Near side, Collier White has it now. Here's a trap. Spartans still trying to trap out of this 1-3-1 zone. Here is Meg Decker. She has a couple of Spartans in her face. Kicks it down to Lawler. Here's Collier White to the hole through the contact. No whistle. And a nice rebound far side. Reese Keel looks up ahead. Morgan for three. In the corner. Rainbow's up and Rainbow's out. No good. Offensive rebound, Molly Duell. Oh, I thought that was down from Peyton Morgan. I was calling it down, but it's a 9-point lead after it popped out. How did that not go down? Didn't matter. Duell was underneath. Another 2 points. That was not touched by the Spartans. Over and back, and it goes back over to Laconia. The zone is doing its intended job here, and that's the third turnover, and it's an underneath inbounds very quickly for the Spartans. It'll be triggered in this time from Reese Keel. Lobs it into Morgan. Peyton Morgan uses the screen, gets to the left side, and finishes. Peyton Morgan's got 5. 35-24, 11-point lead opened up here from the Spartans with about a minute and a half left in the first half. Lob near side, Collier White. Lobs it over to Decker. If nothing else, they have not been able to get the ball to Barnes because of the terrific job that Callista Vandenberg's doing at the high post. Here's Meg Decker. Shot fake there. Collier White has it. Left wing. Dribbles it. Hits about a 15-footer. Comes up short. And the Reese Keel has done a really nice job on the glass here tonight for the Spartans. Here goes Callista Vandenberg to work. Right-handed hook shot. Callista Vandenberg. Coach Adamio needs a timeout. Spartan fans on their feet. It's a 13-point lead with 52 seconds left. Full timeout. We're going to take it with them. Back in 30 seconds on RadioPlusInfo.com.
PT Tire and Service, how can I help you?
Hi, my dad is out in the field kicking his tires and saying naughty words. Can you help?
Thanks for calling. Just leave the rest to us. Tire problems are no problem at PT Tire and Service.
PT Tire and Service, the tire experts of Central Wisconsin, offering 24/7 tire services. Call 346-TIRE or stop by 301 East Clark Street, Brandon. For all your tire problems and needs, that's 346-TIRE.
Welcome back here to Slinger High School. 37-24. Unless I missed a bucket somewhere in there for the Prairie School, I want to say this is a 15-0 run for Laconia. I believe they were down 24-22. I might be wrong on that. My notes, I'm not positive here based on my notes, but this may be a 15-0 run here for the Laconia Spartans. Out of a timeout, kind of a benign 30-second timeout that the Hawks took just to kind of slow things down. Laconia came out with a 1-3-1, and ever since then, oh, man, it has been all Spartans. They go back to man now out of this timeout. Near side, this is Hadamio, wants the three ball. This one no good. Rebound is secured by Ava Engel. And Coach Morgan says slow things down. 35 seconds, let's take one shot. At no worse, if they don't turn it over, at no worse can the Spartans go into the locker room than a 13-point lead. Here goes Callista Vandenberg. Kicks it out to Leonard. Leonard gets free. She wanted to shoot it, but she knew better. 20 seconds left on the first half clock, and she wants to wait for one shot. That was tempting for Aubrey Leonard, no doubt about it. Here is Engel. I don't know why they were counting at half court there. Barnes wasn't anywhere near the Spartans. Oh, that's a big play. Meg Decker gets blocked. No foul called with 2 seconds left, and there's frustration on both sides now, as the Hawks will have an inbound underneath. That really put off Ava Engel. There was no reason for the ref to start counting, and then Engel felt she had to drive before getting the 5-second count and turned it over. That was not super well officiated. Here's Lawler from distance, misses it. So it doesn't hurt the Spartans, certainly did not help them. 37-24 at halftime. The Spartans in control, went to that zone, and it worked for them. So 37-24, we'll come back with our halftime show. We'll get you some statistics, facts, figures coming up at the half. This sectional final here on RadioPlusInfo.com. Back after this.
Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry is a proud sponsor of today's game. Celebrating 10 years in business, Nathan specializes in kitchen and bathroom remodels, whole house remodels, new construction, additions, and more. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry also has an in-house designer on staff with virtual reality designs to help visualize your space before construction starts. Quality, efficiency, and integrity. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry. See Nathan's work at potratscarpentry.com and like them on Facebook. Facebook.
Central Well and Pump of Brandon offers professional pump and pressure tank installation in Dodge, Columbia, Fond du Lac, Green Lake, Marquette, and Winnebago counties. Their pump installers have a combined over 50 years of experience. Call Central Well and Pump Services to set up a free estimate on their pump installation at 920-346-5114. Count on their knowledgeable technicians to provide 24/7 services even on weekends and holidays. Central Well and Pump Services is a proud sponsor of Laconia Athletics and wish the Spartans good luck in the postseason.
J&J Trucking of Brandon is a proud sponsor of Laconia in tonight's game. John and Judy Hutter, the owners of J&J Trucking of Brandon. Milk transport and farm pickup, drop decks and vans, and more. A proud community sponsor of high school sports. They've been in business almost 30 years. Give them a call today, 346-2880 for J&J Trucking of Brandon.
Good luck, Laconia, in your game today from the Rosendale-Brandon School District. On April 4th, Rosendale-Brandon School District residents will see 2 referendum questions on election ballots that will greatly impact the future of Rosendale-Brandon schools. The first question would authorize borrowing up to $1.5 million per year for 2 years needed to maintain current programs and services. The second question, if approved, authorize borrowing up to $35.7 million to address aging buildings and create efficient, safe, and updated learning environments for students. Proposed improvements would impact all district students by creating a unified central district campus with 2 enhanced and upgraded buildings connected by a new road for buses, parents, and staff. Voters are encouraged to become well-informed by attending a referendum information session and reviewing facts on the district's website before voting on April 4th. Good luck, Laconia, in your game today from the Rosendale-Brandon School District.
Back here at Slinger High School, Jordan King with you here, RadioPlusInfo.com. Halftime show comes at you right now. I would forgive you for trying to catch your breath and going and grabbing a snack or some hydration. Get yourself ready for the second half of action because you ain't going to want to miss a thing between the Prairie School Hawks and the Laconia Spartans. Laconia, that last spurt of the first half is exactly what makes this team so good. If you could put it into a 5-minute clip, there you go. The Prairie School has a lead. They led it by 2 late in that first half, and it was either 20-22 or 22-24. And there was a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Abby Hadamio from the Prairie School. Out of that timeout, Coach Morgan makes the switch. They move to a 1-3-1. And the Prairie School had no idea what hit them. And from that point on, the Spartans controlled the rest of that first half. They now lead at 37-24 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard with about 6 minutes left here during the halftime intermission. And they have been as advertised down the stretch. And we told you about the balance of the Spartans. We'll get to their scoring in just a second. But we'll start over on the Prairie School side with their first half statistics. Amaya Gallica had 2 points in the first half. 6 points for Reese Hadamio. She hit a couple of threes. And then 8 points each for J.J. Barnes and Sophie Lawler. Lawler hit a couple of threes as well. I'll tell you what, there was when the Prairie School went on their run, they hit 4 threes. And those 12 points really helped them get back into the game. And they ended up taking a lead. I think it might have even been 24-20. So it was either a 15 or a 17-point run to end that first half for the Laconia Spartans. And it was started by Tierney Madigan this afternoon. She had 7 to start the game. She finished the first half with 9. Kind of went quiet, but she was helped out by plenty of teammates. Where 4 Prairie School Hawks have scored, the Laconia Spartans have had 7 girls contribute here tonight. 3 points for Callista Vandenberg and Reese Keel each. 5 points apiece for Ava Engel and Peyton Morgan. 6 points apiece for Aubrey Leonard and Molly Jewell. And then the 9 points that we said Tierney Madigan led things with for the Spartans, as their fans are having a lot of fun over there, are their students. And I'll tell you what, you want to know who's front row, front and center, leading all the cheers for the Laconia Spartans student section? It's Jaden Grotti. who saw a terrific high school career come to an end last night against St. Mary's Springs. He had 22 points, averaged 23 and a half in the postseason. Terrific scorer, headed to St. Norbert's next season, and had a great night last night. Once again, he and his buddies are leading things, and they've been loud over there on that far side with the student section. And really, I mean, I would say it's got to be 2/3 of the crowd here today, migrants down from Rosendale. Laconia fans, I mean, you saw it the other night against WLA where they were the vast majority of the fans there as well over in Marquezan. And it's the same thing here tonight at Slinger High School. They are here, and they are making themselves known in a big way. And I think it's not something you can understate with these Laconia fans and what they do for their team. Right now it has them up 37-24, partially. I won't say the fans are the only reason they're winning. They got some talented ball players out there, the likes of Tierney Madigan, Aubrey Leonard, Peyton Morgan. I'll tell you what, Morgan's only hit 1 3 so far, and if you're the Prairie School and you've done your homework, you know that that's a ticking time bomb. WLA found that out the hard way on Thursday night when Morgan filled it up from the three-point line, finished with 20 points. Hasn't been needed to do that, but the balance so far has been good. It hasn't been one person for the Spartans. It's been different girls getting out in transition, playing excellent defense, switched over to that 1-3-1 zone, and trapped the Prairie School just about into submission there in that first half. On the Quest Interior scoreboard, it says 37-24. That's going to conclude our halftime show. We're going to take a timeout when we come back. Second half of action coming at you. WIAA D4 sectional final. We're going to punch a ticket to the Resch Center. Will it be the Prairie School Hawks, or is it going to be the Laconia Spartans headed to Green Bay coming up this Thursday? We'll figure it out. That comes up next on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Vote yes for the Rosendale-Brandon School District referendum. $46.5 million saved over the time of the loan. Updated facilities, including safety and accessibility, bringing all kids together, uniting communities, and showing Spartan pride. Continuing excellence in Rosendale-Brandon School District education. Find them on Facebook and Instagram, as well as visit www.rbsd.us/referendum for more information. Reminder, vote yes to questions 1 and 2 for the Rosendale-Brandon School District. Paid for by Vote Yes for RBSD.
Mueller's Repair and Recovery is a proud sponsor of Laconia in their game today. Good luck, Spartans! Mueller's Repair and Recovery offers 24-hour towing and recovery. Heavy, medium, and light duty. Long hauls anywhere in the States. They'll also take a truck to wherever the broken down one is, too. Call 852-0103 for a tow. Mueller's, 104 South Main Street, Rosendale. Good luck, Laconia.
Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry is a proud sponsor in today's game. Celebrating 10 years in business, Nathan specializes in kitchen and bathroom remodels, whole house remodels, new construction, additions, and more. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry also has an in-house designer on staff with virtual reality designs to help visualize your space before construction starts. Quality, efficiency, and integrity. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry. See Nathan's work at potratscarpentry.com and like them on Facebook.
PT Tire and Service, how can I help you?
Hi, my dad is out in the field kicking his tires and saying naughty words. Can you help?
Thanks for calling. Just leave the rest to us. Tire problems are no problem at PT Tire and Service.
PT Tire and Service, the tire experts of Central Wisconsin, offering 24/7 tire services. Call 346-TIRE or stop by 301 East Clark Street, Brandon. For all your tire problems and needs, that's 346-TIRE.
Just about ready for second half action here. Jordan King with you. Glad to have you along here on this Saturday afternoon. It's March and it's a Saturday. If you ain't watching basketball, what are you doing? And obviously all of you, if you're not sleeping or watching basketball, what are you doing? There you go. 37-24, second half starts with the Spartans and Aubrey Leonard. Their sophomore point guard has it here. Crosses over, uses a Vandenberg screen. Backdoor cut from Madigan. Instead goes to Reese Keel. Keel on the near side. Keel, the only senior on this team, And she does not want her season to end here in the sectional final. She wants another trip to the state tournament. Here's the three. Peyton Morgan, we told you at halftime. Tick, 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 boom. There's Peyton Morgan with the three. She's got 8. Down the lane goes J.J. Barnes. Responds for the Hawks with a nice strong move underneath, working against Morgan. And she's into double figures. The first Hawk into double figures. She's got 10. Morgan's got 8, by the way, and she's got it here on the right wing. Check that left wing. Top of the key with Keel. Thought about the 3. Comes to the near side with Leonard. Aubrey Leonard spins to the middle of the paint. No, but a rebound. No. Brought down by Barnes, and Barnes down the middle of the paint. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Hadamio. Count the basket and the foul. She banked it in, did Reese Hadamio. And after it was a 16-point lead for the Spartans, it's cut back down to a 12-point game, 40-28 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. I think it was 24-20. Hadamio hits it. So I think everything was all said and done there. Spanning the 2 halves, it was a 20-0 run for the Spartans. I don't take that for gospel, but I'm fairly certain that's the case. Here is Madigan, poked away that time from Collier White. And she has it now, top of the key, does Tierney Madigan. Fires it near side with Leonard. Aubrey looks down to the corner with Reese Keel. Keel gets to the middle of the paint, finds Madigan. Tierney Madigan goes around the left side, up with the left hand, and finishes. Through the contact, ended up. And here's a walk. No, it's going to be a foul. They're going to say a Euro step. Certainly looked like a travel from Barnes, but they're going to say she kept the pivot foot underneath and picked up the foul. That's number 2 on Peyton Morgan. So J.J. Barnes to the free throw line. Up with the left-handed shot. Crawls over the front edge. It's good. Tell you what, there are a lot of talented left-handed basketball players in this game. Free throw is good for J.J. Barnes. She's got 4 this half, up to 12 overall, and it's an 11-point Spartan lead. Here is Leonard. Backdoor cut from Keel, now pops back out and gets free, top of the key. She dribbles there, looks far side, Peyton Morgan, who dribbles back to the top of the key as well. Leonard, nice ball fake from Aubrey Leonard to the hole, and she finishes. Aubrey Leonard with a great take, leads back up to 13 as it was at halftime. 44-31. Hadamio wants a 3, buried it. Reese Hadamio has 6 points in the second half. She has a dozen, so 12 for her, 12 for Barnes to lead it for the Hawks. 10-point lead remains for the Spartans. Keel has it far side, hands off to Peyton Morgan. Top of the key with Callista Vandenberg, and she now posts up. She's got Barnes on her now. Pushes down, gets position, and a foul there by J.J. Barnes. Callista Vandenberg to the free throw line. And that's the second foul on J.J. Barnes. Something to watch maybe developing there, as Vandenberg and Barnes both very animated after that encounter. Vandenberg misses the front end of this free throw trip. She went 1 for 2 on her first trip and shoots it at a 60% clip on the season. Second free throw, you'd expect her to make it, and it nestles home for Callista Vandenberg. She has 4 points. In transition after the make, here goes Barnes, initiates the contact, no whistle, and Callista Vandenberg might have got away with one there, but Barnes missed it. In transition, thrown away by Morgan, and Leonard's going to just let it go out. Yeah, that was a smart play by Leonard to let that go out in the corner. At the very least, it's a difficult inbound now for the Prairie School. 45-34, 11-point Spartan lead. Tough place for J.J. Barnes to inbound it. She looks to Lawler. Pass fake there. Deflected. Oh, straight to Decker, and Decker finishes. A little bit of fortune there. What did I just find for Meg Decker? And she's got her first points on the night. Vikings, or I'll get my right flyway. Not the Ledgers, not the Vikings. It's the Spartans this time, as Ava Engel comes into this one. But a couple of turnovers back-to-back from the Spartans. And Coach Morgan didn't like what he saw. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, 14:57 to play. We're back with more after this. Stay with us.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops just for your space. And buying direct saves you money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Back here at Slinger High School, the site of this afternoon's sectional final, WIAA Division IV sectional final. Spartans lead it by 9, 45-36. A little run going on the floor here by the Hawks, and timeout from Coach Morgan to stop that a little bit. Got to stay on your toes when you're broadcasting in March, man. I got my mascots mixed up now. Did WLA Laconia on Tuesday, and then Laconia St. Mary's Springs last night. And get those Ledgers and Vikings out of my head, and it's the Spartans and the Hawks tonight. Here is Decker, looks up to the high post. Lawler hands back off to Decker. Hadamio with a shot fake there, gets it to Collier-White, who kicks it to the corner. Meg Decker wants her first three of the night, comes up well short, and that's a foul. That's an excellent call. Hadamio yanked Peyton Morgan back on the rebound, and a terrific call there underneath. Goes back over to the Spartans. So 45-36 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. It was a 13-point lead at half. At its largest this afternoon, it's been a 16-point lead for the Spartans. And Leonard will reinitiate this offensive trip for Laconia. Near side, Molly Duell. Duell is guarded by Decker, trying to get the ball underneath the angle. Instead goes far side. Here goes Leonard, gets to the mid-post. Dribbles it back out, lobs it down to Ava Engel. She gets doubled, but through the double team. Offensive rebound. There goes Ava Engel again. Count the basket and the foul for Ava Engel. She's got 7 to the line to make it 8. Leads back over the double figures mark. 47-36, 14-16 to play. And Ava Engel goes to the line. Shooting it at a 57% rate this season. Ava Engel sees that one nestle home. She's got 8. 48-36, 12-point lead for the Spartans. Here's J.J. Barnes. Got to figure she's going to have a big half of basketball here. Offensive foul on J.J. Barnes. Prairie School fans don't like it, but that one's been brewing for a while, I think, as both the fans and Laconia players have been asking about that all game long, and they finally get the call with 14 minutes to play here in the ballgame. Here is Duell. Declines the screen. Duell down the lane. Kicks it out to Engel. Far side with Vandenberg. Trying to get the ball to Aubrey Leonard. Backdoor cut from Leonard, but Vandenberg was looking the other way to Ava Engel. Here's Peyton Morgan. Morgan just surveys, just probing around that outside. Duell gets the ball to the high post. Bounce pass out to Ava Engel, top of the key. Ava Engel cuts back, gets it from Leonard. Hook shot, middle of the paint, can't get it to go. Rebound down with Hadamio. She wants to run. Far side of the floor on the left-hand side. Gets it out to J.J. Barnes as they slow it down. 15 minutes and 20 seconds left tonight, and a travel for J.J. Barnes. Drug the pivot foot before she could get the ball down, and that got things turned back over to the Spartans with a 12-point lead and a chance to build on that. Just over 13 minutes to play. Leonard picked it up near half court, almost got in trouble there. Peyton Morgan ends up with it from Duell. Ava Engel flashes out near top of the key. Here goes Leonard. And the switch, that's a matchup they like. Engel looks far side. Shot fake there from Morgan, down to Duell. Can Duell get it back to Peyton Morgan? Is it tied up or is it out of bounds? It's out of bounds first. Good hustle by Meg Decker, but as she dove on the floor, she was laying out of bounds. Engel's going to get free and initiate things here offensively for Laconia. Duell has it now, uses a screen. Vandenberg near side. Good ball fake there by Aubrey Leonard. Down to Vandenberg. She's got a mismatch. Turns, fires, no good. Rebound skied for and taken in by Reese Hadamio. And she wants to push it here a little bit. Oh, straight away three in transition, no good. Missed that one off to the left. Maybe took that one in a little bit of haste that time. And the Spartans able to settle in here defensively. The Hawks had some success to start the second half, but now Laconia playing a little bit better on that side of the floor. Although the Hawks have kind of gone away from getting the ball underneath to Barnes, who has 2 turnovers in the last couple of trips. Here goes Molly Duell. Bounce pass into Engel. Nice hands from Collier White, and it's tied up. Arrow should point in the direction of the Prairie School. It does. 48-36 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. We just ticked under 12 minutes to play here. Winner of this game will play in the WIAA state semifinals from the Resch Center on Thursday. They'll reseed the field once they get up there. The first game is late Thursday night, and the second game even later Thursday night. And then the winners will play on Saturday in a midday matinee. Here is a nice cut from Jaramillo, found by Barnes, and Reese Jaramillo scores once again. She's got 8 points in the second half. She's up to 14. Full court press on the way here from the Hawks. Can the Spartans break it? They do easily. Into the front court, Madigan decides better than to go at the left side of the hoop. Instead, dribbles it back out, and they're going to reinitiate. Here's Peyton Morgan, near side with Vandenberg. 10-point lead for the Spartans. Here is Morgan probing that outside key. Here's Madigan. And they got a mismatch down underneath if they can get the ball to Vandenberg. Decker, nice job by her to fight and then re-switch. She's guarding Madigan once again. Underneath, Engel looks for the ball this time. Fights for it, saves it. Duel, bounce pass, Madigan at the hoop! Tierney Madigan, her second bucket of the second half. She's up to 13. 12-point lead. 3-ball, Lawler. This one rattles in. The Hawks have gotten the shooter's roll several times here tonight where it's clank, 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 nestles into the net. They'll take it, certainly. Lead is down to 9. The closest they've been this second half is 8. Jaramillo picks up the foul as she reaches in on Ava Engel. That's the 3rd team foul. Check that, the 5th team foul on the Hawks, and the 2nd on Jaramillo. So Ava Engel will key things in, and Duell has it now top of the key. Molly Duell has been great off the bench for the Spartans tonight. Here goes Peyton Morgan, driving on Barnes, kicks it to Engel. 3 on the way, looks good, is good! Ava Engel up to 11 points, and the lead's back to 12. Big shot from Ava Engel to respond from the 3 that was just hit by Lawler. Circle that shot from Ava Engel with about 10 minutes to play. Big 3 from the corner. So a chance here. The Spartans have had a couple of chances to extend it past 12 here in the second half, last couple of minutes. Can they do it this time? Here goes Morgan. Oh, it rolls off. Thought that one was going to just kind of fall in dead into the hole, but fell off the far side. Here's Barnes, catches, guarded by Engel. Top of the key, 3, rattles around, no good. And the rebound is long to Callista Vandenberg. Outlet to Duell, far side to Engel. Snap pass across, Morgan can't get it to go. Offensive rebound! Peyton Morgan scores it. She's into double figures with 10. How many Spartans is that in double figures? I got it with 4. Full timeout, Prairie School. Spartan fans on their feet. 9:22 to play. 55-41. 14-point lead. Laconia fights back. After a run from the Prairie School, they've re-extended this lead out. And we'll keep it here with 9 minutes and 22 seconds left. It was a full timeout that time from Coach Jaramillo. And we'll see what Coach Morgan's message is for his team, as they have, once again, as I mentioned, re-extended this out to 14. It was 13 at halftime. First thing that happened in the second half was a big triple from Peyton Morgan. Hit a corner 3 and made it 16. The Prairie School had cut it all the way down to 8 at one point. Just a second ago had it down to 9, and then it was a 5-0 run, which is what the Spartans are on right now. And we'll see. I'm always interested on what a coach does out of a timeout. Does Coach Morgan, we saw him show that 1-3-1 zone. Is he saving that for a really big run from the the Hawks, or is he going to show it now to maybe try to put this thing to bed? We'll see. We'll see. They're going to stay in man, it looks like, are the Spartans. Yeah, you bet. Man-to-man defense for Laconia. Here is Decker, far side Jaramillo. Catch is guarded by Leonard. Top of the key, Lawler. Looks to Collier-White. Collier-White drives, gets it to Lawler. Fadeaway jumper, no good. And Decker again, but she's standing out of bounds before she saved it. Decker is a monster on the offensive glass. She just finds a way. She's not tall or anything like that, but she just finds a way. Here is Leonard into the front court. The Spartans have had no problem with the Prairie School pressure here in the second half. Leonard screens it with Engel. Engel then pops to the far side and hands off to Tierney Madigan in the right corner. Madigan dribbles back top of the key. Vandenberg catches. Here is Aubrey Leonard. She's going to be patient, and yeah, Prairie School's got to extend the pressure out here with 8 minutes and 37 seconds left in a 14-point deficit. Got to show a little more urgency as the patience button has been pushed here by the Spartans. Underneath Engel. What a pass from Tierney Madigan. And Engel finishes at the rim. 16-point lead. Here goes Barnes down the paint. And she can't get it to go. Tipped out by Madigan. Straight to Jaramillo. She can't get it to go. Callista Vandenberg saves it. Underneath. Lawler can't come up with it. Is it tied up? Is it a foul? Duel has it. Timeout, Coach Morgan. It's a 30-second timeout as the Spartans turn over the Hawks yet again. Coach Jaramillo saying there was a jump ball underneath, but it was not granted. And Molly Duel getting on the floor has won another possession here for the Spartans, who now lead it by 16 points. This has matched their largest lead of the night. And if they can continue to flesh this out with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left, a back-to-back trip to the Resch Center is looking good for Laconia. The 6th-ranked team in the final coaches poll of the season against the 5th-ranked team. Excuse me, Laconia 6, Prairie School 5 in that final poll of the season. And Ava Engel is loud out of that timeout. She's telling her teammates, let's go, big couple of minutes here. 57-41 on the Quest Interior scoreboard with 8 minutes and change left. Coming up post-game, we'll talk to Coach Morgan and a whole slew of these winning Spartans if they're able to hang on here and punch their ticket to the Resch Center. This is Aubrey Leonard, top of the key between the circles. Catches, hands off to Molly Duel on the far side. Duel dribbles to the top of the key and gets it to Callista Vandenberg. Vandenberg is bumped. Foul there on Lawler. Sophie Lawler picks up a foul. That's number 6. And the Spartans are going to be shooting pretty quick here. Now, we talked a little bit pregame. The Spartans are not super efficient from the free throw line. Can they make some big free throws here down the stretch? That's a dangerous pass. And last touch by Collier-White. As Tierney Madigan was trying to post up. And a dangerous pass from Ava Engel. Engel bounces here into Duel. Duel is guarded by Barnes. J.J. Barnes bumps Duel, no whistle. Letting them play a little bit on the perimeter, which I'm okay with. That's good. That's the kind of game you want to see, as long as it doesn't step over the line. Top of the key, here's Ava Engel between the circles. Far side, Leonard. Leonard with a rip through. And the retreat dribble. I think this is what Coach Morgan's talking about, just the smart, heady plays that Aubrey Leonard has made down the stretch here for his team. Here's Molly Duel. She's had a nice afternoon, as has Ava Engel, who has the ball here, top of the key. Hands back to Duel on the near side. Duel gets fouled by Barnes, and Duel will go to the free throw line. And I believe that's number 4 on J.J. Barnes. And I don't know, with 7:12 left, can Coach Jaramillo, can she even afford to take her off the floor? I don't think so when you're down by 16 points. Duel at the free throw line. 1-and-1 bonus. First free throw is good. Coolly sunk by Molly Duel from the free throw line, and she'll get another opportunity. Duel averages 5 per game. She's up to 7 this afternoon. Second free throw clanks off the far side, and Barnes gets up and collects the defensive rebound. Barnes in transition. Scoops through. No good. She slid past the bucket. She thought she got hacked there. There was no whistle. Here is Leonard. Leonard on the near side. And she crosses over. Leonard still has the ball, guarded by Decker. Got to get rid of it. Does so. And does so to Callista Vandenberg. Here is Vandenberg to the high post. Down underneath. Engel gets position again. That one was a little strong there from Ava Engel. And not able to get it to fall. In transition or going back the other way, Hawks got to go quick. They're not going super quick right now. 17-point lead for the Laconia Spartans. 6 minutes and 30 seconds away from going to the Resch Center yet again. Here is Hadamio, near side Lawler. She's hit a couple of them. This one misses off short, and guess who? Meg Decker, offensive rebound. Collects it back out, dribbles down, right side. Bounce, jump stop there, bounce pass back out. Here is Barnes, missed it. Couldn't get it to go, and a foul. Is it staying here? It is. Foul on Molly Duell as Barnes, or check that, Decker almost able to get another offensive rebound. Duell's going to take a seat, just her first. No foul trouble at all to speak of for the Spartans. As Peyton Morgan checks back in, and she'll guard Hadamio. And tip that time from Leonard. Decker able to get it, and no whistle. Just incidental contact, they're saying, between Aubrey Leonard and Meg Decker. And a foul here, as I think it was Engel running through the screen of Decker that they're going to get. Yeah, Ava Engel kind of lowered the shoulder through the screen there, and that's a good call. Fourth team foul on the Spartans, who lead it by 17. Barnes has it, looking for Hadamio. Instead, lobs it into Collier-White. Floater short. Barnes, offensive rebound, far side, can't get it to go. The Spartans are doing a terrific job of just walling up, putting their hands straight in the air, and not fouling. And it's Barnes has not been able to get much going here in the second half, held to just 4 points, and she's only got 12 on the night. She averages 20.1. So Spartan ball after the jump ball underneath. Madigan looks up ahead to Engel. Ava Engel, one-hand pass, snapped forward to Peyton Morgan. Morgan, middle of the paint, goes down the left side. Madigan in the corner. Guarded by Collier-White. Crosses over, snaps a pass far side, Vandenberg. And a good job there by Leonard. Faked the backdoor cut and got free on the right wing. Engel has it top of the key. Backdoor cut this time. Morgan at the hoop. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound is fought for and last touched by Madigan. So it'll go back over. Collier-White got a hand on it, but last tipped by by Tierney Madigan. And 5 minutes and 17 seconds remain with a 17-point Laconia lead. Here's Hadamio. They got to hit some of these. She does. Reese Hadamio with a jump shot. She's up to 11 second half points, has 17 on the game. Averages 13.7 and is past that. Here is Tierney Madigan into the front court. Prairie School wants an offensive foul. The Spartans want a defensive foul. They're going to get one. Foul on Meg Decker, and Coach Hadamio just has a wry smile on her face. She thought Madigan got away with an offensive foul, and she's just laughing. And a technical foul on Reese Hadamio. Oh, that's a big call. I didn't see what Hadamio said, but that's a big call to make with 4 minutes and 49 seconds left. It had to have been a special word, or that's a very severe penalty. Madigan hits the first free throw. Well, it certainly was not for being animated from Hadamio. So 2 free throws are good for Madigan, and they're just checking, is Madigan the one they want to shoot? These are now the 2 technical free throws, as Hadamio picks up her 3rd personal with that technical foul. So the lead is 16. First free throw missed by Madigan just then, and she goes 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Re-extends it to a 17-point lead, and the Spartans will have the basketball. And with the foul and the technical foul, everything is double bonus now for the Spartans. That is a big point to bring up, as the Spartans not the best free throw shooting team, but won't have to worry about the 1-and-1 bonus anymore. Here is Leonard, has the ball in the corner, crosses a couple of times, being hounded by Collier-White. Snaps a pass near side Engel. Down to Morgan. Morgan with the ball fake. Dribbling, driving, and kicking back out top of the key. This is Madigan. Hounded by Decker. Got to get rid of it or get rid of Decker. She promptly does that and throws it away. Vandenberg was screening for her, and Madigan was passing it to Vandenberg. Foul on the floor. 5th team foul on the Spartans with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. Engel picks it up. That's her 3rd. Check that, number 2 on Ava Engel. 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in this one. And a timeout from Coach Hadamio. 30-second timeout. 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. We're going to take our final timeout here, and then we're going to try to keep it here for the rest of the ball game as Laconia tries to punch their ticket to state. Come back with us after this.
Nolan Insurance Agency of Brandon. Nolan Insurance Agency is committed to finding you the best insurance coverage at the most competitive rates. Whether it's home, auto, business, farm, crop, health, or life insurance, Nolan Insurance Agency has complete coverage and the personalized service you deserve. Nolan Insurance, 112 East Main Street in Brandon. Best of luck to all area athletes in your game today from Nolan Insurance.
Back here at Slinger High School, I want to say thanks for joining us today. Almost 500 of you. Appreciate that. 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in this one. It's a 61-44, 17-point Spartan lead on that Quest Interior scoreboard. J.J. Barnes open for 3. Missed it short. Rebound far side. Tierney Madigan looks up ahead. Gonna give it to Engel near side. Ava Engel. Just some patience now needed for the Spartans. Morgan catches it in the short corner. And retreat dribble. That's a smart play by Peyton Morgan. Not any reason for the Spartans to try to score there. They have the 17-point lead. Make the Prairie School pick up a couple of fouls and use some time in the process. Here's Tierney Madigan. Keep the ball with her. She drives to the hoop. Goes up with it. Through the contact. Offensive foul. She's fouled a second time. Ava Collier-White picks up the foul. And Tierney Madigan will go to the free throw line, trying to build on her night. She has 7 here in the second half. Tierney Madigan with 16 points. And a chance for a couple more here from the free throw line where she is now 7 for 8. 7 for 8 from the line for Madigan. And that one rattles around no good. So 7 for 9 from the charity stripe. She's found her way to the line a lot tonight, and she's made it pay off as well. Here is J.J. Barnes. Dribble drive on the right side. That should be on the floor. It is. And I think it was Engel that picked up her 3rd. It was trying to corral J.J. Barnes. And Duell's going to sub in here. Come in for Ava Engel. That was and a very well-earned standing ovation for Ava Engel as she comes off the floor. 3 minutes and 23 seconds left in tonight's ball, or this afternoon's ball game. Well, tonight, this afternoon, whatever. You get the picture. 18-point lead and a steal here from Leonard. She picks it up ahead. Peyton Morgan, she's home free. Left hand, good. Peyton Morgan, it's a 20-point lead. It seems unassailable at this point. 3 minutes remain. Here goes Barnes. Blocking foul, 2 shots. J.J. Barnes back to the free throw line, trying to cut into a 20-point deficit. Duell picks up the foul. It's number 2 on her. And Coach Morgan is just sharing his opinion there. Free throw up and good for the ever-present J.J. Barnes. Barnes, a sophomore. Tell you what, if these sectionals aren't changed, this could be a potential annual matchup at this stage of the postseason. This has got some youth on the Hawk side of things. They only have one senior. It's Sophie Lawler, so you would maybe expect the Hawks to be back here next year, and only the one senior on the Spartans side. That one's thrown away and tied up. Yes, jump ball goes back over to the Hawks. Maybe an ill-advised pass there, and I think Tierney Madigan maybe just heard that from Coach Morgan, just saying we don't just step into the contact as opposed to throwing a dangerous pass. Still remains an 18-point lead for the Spartans. Here's J.J. Barnes, wants the triple, nailed it. 15-point lead for the Spartans. 2.5 minutes left to play. Is there enough time? I feel like you got to foul here if you're the Prairie School. Into the front court comes Madigan. Got to be careful, doesn't get trapped. There is Leonard, poked away from behind, straight to Vandenberg. Kicks it out to Peyton Morgan, and cooler heads prevail there as Peyton Morgan kicks it out. There's Barnes in a passing lane and initiates the contact with Madigan. There's no foul either way. Offensive rebound from Lawler. Barnes can't believe it, but that's not a foul. Madigan was running away from Barnes there, and she kind of went into her. So here is Leonard, trapped. And poked away. No, a foul. Barnes picks up the foul. The Prairie School fans don't like it, but there was a lot of the arm of Aubrey Leonard there that Barnes got. And that is number 5 on J.J. Barnes. So Barnes is going to see her afternoon end with 17 points. Maya Gallica is going to come back in and replace Barnes. And Ava Engel is going to come in and replace Molly Duell. So the season is probably going to come to the end for J.J. Barnes here if Laconia can see this one out. And Leonard doesn't hit anything there on that one. And I like someone who can have humor if they miss one that badly, and Leonard does. She's laughing at herself, and second one looks on, but it's a little bit strong. Tapped out, and the offensive rebound secured. Here's Leonard, saved that time by Morgan. What a play, Peyton Morgan. It was tapped out by Callista Vandenberg, and then Morgan did an excellent job. That one's poked away from Leonard. Steal from Collier White. Outlet pass to Jaramillo. She goes down the right side, up with the right hand. Good. And no timeout here. It's still an 11-point lead for Laconia with just a minute and 22 seconds. There's no fouls that are being offered here from the Prairie School. Leonard has it. Far side Morgan. Peyton Morgan blocked out of bounds. Stays with Laconia. Well, I'll tell you what. They're letting them play here. And the Spartans are going to get Reese Keel into the game and going to take out Aubrey Leonard. So it's Engel, Morgan, Madigan, Vandenberg, and Keel out there for the Spartans. And there is some contact and finally a whistle forthcoming. And I think that's on number 23, Sophie Lawler, it is. The senior picks up her third. 11-point lead still for the Spartans with 1 minute and 4 seconds left in this afternoon's game. Free throw for Vandenberg, up and good. Vandenberg was 2 for 4 before this. She only has 5 points, but has helped out in many different ways here for the Spartans. Second free throw is perfect. Vandenberg, 4 for 6 from the line. 1 minute remaining. 13-point lead for the Spartans. They are 55 seconds away from punching their ticket to the Resch Center. Good closeout from Morgan. Here goes Decker. Kicks it out to Collier White. Down to the corner. 3-ball on the way. Buried it. That's Gallica who got the 3. Down to a 10-point Spartan lead. Just got to take care of the basketball and hit some free throws. Here's Madigan. Picks up the foul. Does Decker. Madigan goes to the free throw line. So far tonight, 7 for 9. Just wanted to make sure we had our math right there. 7 for 9 from the line for Madigan. 34 seconds left. Prairie School has let a lot of time come off in the last couple of possessions while cutting this to a 10-point game. But they still need about a miracle here to upset what was a huge lead at 1.20 for the Spartans. Here is Decker. Jaramillo from about 25 feet. No good. Vandenberg rebounds it. She gets fouled. She'll go back to the line. 24 seconds left. and it's starting to feel real once again for the Spartans. 24 seconds away from another state appearance for Laconia. And Vandenberg back to the line where she is 4 for 6 this afternoon. The Spartans have shot a ton of free throws today, and Vandenberg is perfect. 67-56 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Duel comes back in, and a standing ovation for Reese Keel. They're about to have a standing ovation for this entire squad that's going back to the Resch Center. Post-game, we're going to talk to Coach Morgan and as many of these Spartans as we can. Here's a 3-ball on the way. Lawler buried it. She's got 8 points here in the second half and has 16 on the game. Vandenberg pushed out of bounds, and she goes back to the free throw line with 12.4 seconds left. 9-point lead for the Prairie School. Post-game will get you full, complete statistics. We'll talk to Coach Morgan and several of his players as well. First free throw for Vandenberg is no good. Second for Vandenberg is good. Re-extends it out to a 10-point lead. The Spartans just don't have to touch anyone. It's down to the corner, and a foul for Madigan. She'll go to the free throw line with 4.9 seconds left. This one is all but over. 69-59. Madigan back to the line. She's missed her last 3. And misses another. While the game was hanging in the balance, Madigan was automatic from the free throw line. Missed a couple here late. Lawler gets subbed out, trying to get her a standing ovation from the Prairie School supporters. Madigan makes the second. 3, 2, Decker heaves one. Doesn't matter. The Spartans are headed back to the Resch Center. They win sectional number 4 in Division 4, and back to state they go. 71-59. We're going to keep it right here for the presentation of the sectional trophy for the Spartans. As they win it here, 71-59. Behind big nights from Tierney, Madigan, Peyton Morgan, Aubrey, you name it, they had a big night. Ava Engel off the bench was terrific for the Spartans. And we have the award presentation that is coming up next. So stick with us here on RadioPlusInfo.com. As the Prairie School are off the floor, get them back out onto the floor so they can receive their runners-up medals before the Spartans collect their winners' medals and their winning trophy, or plaque, I should say. They'll be fighting for a trophy. Got a silver ball from a season ago. Going back to the Resch Center, see if they can upgrade that this season. 71-59 will continue to add up the scores as they announce the Hawks players and honor them. 17 points for J.J. Barnes. 16 points for Sophie Lawler, 5 for Maya Gallica, 2 for Meg Decker, and Reese Jaramillo. Hit 4 threes tonight. In the second half alone, she had 13 points and finished with 19. That was a game-high, team-high. Or check that. We'll confirm that if that was a game-high, but for sure a team-high for the Hawks. For the Spartans, Reese Keel had 3. Peyton Morgan had 12. Aubrey Leonard finished with 8. Callista Vandenberg had 3 at halftime. Finished with 9. Tierney Madigan had 9 at halftime. 2, 4, 6, 8. She had 9 in the second half. Madigan finished with 18 points. Molly Duell finished with 7. And then Ava Engel, the final one, 13 points for Ava Engel. Not sure if you can hear the PA announcer. He's just announcing them off. Madigan, Vandenberg, as they walk out there to receive their sectional winner medals. There's Captain Callista Vandenberg along with Reese Keel, captains of this team that for a second straight year will showcase their talents up at the Resch Center on that state championship floor. First in the semifinals. We'll see what kind of seed the Spartans get. Tell you what, their path there with Sheboygan Lutheran through WLA, through these Prairie School Hawks. I don't know what other sectionals look like as Reese Keel picks up her medal. But I tell you what, I don't know if there's a tougher run to the state championship or the state tournament than Laconia had. And the Spartans collect their regional plaque or their sectional plaque, punching their tickets to state. So now that we got that, we are going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to have our post-game show. Amongst that post-game show, all the celebration is Coach Morgan and some players will join us right here on RadioPlusInfo.com. Stay with us, please.
Vote yes for the Rosendale-Brandon School District referendum. $46.5 million saved over the time of the loan. Updated facilities, including safety and accessibility, bringing all kids together, uniting communities, and showing Spartan pride. Continuing excellence in Rosendale-Brandon School District education. Find them on Facebook and Instagram, as well as visit www.rbsd.us/referendum for more information. Reminder, vote yes to questions 1 and 2 for the Rosendale-Brandon School District. Paid for by Vote Yes for RBSD. Central Well and Pump of Brandon offers professional pump and pressure tank installation in Dodge, Columbia, Fond du Lac, Green Lake, Marquette, and Winnebago counties. Their pump installers have a combined over 50 years of experience. Call Central Well and Pump Services to set up a free estimate on their pump installation at 920-346-5114. Count on their knowledgeable technicians to provide 24/7 services even on weekends and holidays. Central Well and Pump Services is a proud sponsor of Laconia Athletics and wish the Spartans good luck in the postseason.
Good luck, Laconia, in your game today from the Rosendale-Brandon School District. On April 4th, Rosendale-Brandon School District residents will see 2 referendum questions on election ballots that will greatly impact the future of Rosendale-Brandon schools. The first question would authorize borrowing up to $1.5 million per year for 2 years needed to maintain current programs and services. The second question, if approved, authorize borrowing up to $35.7 million to address aging buildings and create efficient, safe, and updated learning environments for students. Proposed improvements would impact all district students by creating a unified central district campus with 2 enhanced and upgraded buildings connected by a new road for buses, parents, and staff. Voters are encouraged to become well-informed by attending a referendum information session and reviewing facts on the district's website before voting on April 4th. Good luck, Laconia, in your game today from the Rosendale-Brandon School District.
Back here at Slinger High School, where one of the nets is getting the scissors treatment as the Spartans climb the ladder. There's Peyton Morgan. Peyton had 12 points tonight, hit a couple of big threes. Tierney Madigan's next. This talented sophomore class that getting an opportunity to climb the ladder, and for the second time in their short careers, they're 2 for 2 now. Sectional final games. And both of them coming against Greater Metro Conference schools. I don't think there's anything to that, but nonetheless, they got a pretty good record in these games. You can pretty much bet if it's not a state tournament game, they ain't losing. If it's a playoff game, these Spartans, this sophomore class is something else. And added to by Callista Vandenberg and Reese Keel, the only senior leader on this team. And she has done a great job for them as well. There's Callista Vandenberg. Callista had 9 points tonight, only 1 field goal, but she got to the free throw line a lot and did an excellent job there from the charity stripe, which we talked about pregame. Now, they missed a few late, but come on now. This is what high school hoops is all about. Coming up, post-game show, we're going to continue on. Hope you'll stick around with us. We're going to let them enjoy this. So we'll probably pop in here, in and out, and continue to provide context for the post-game show here. But we're not going to rush them down there on the floor celebrating with their teammates and their fans down there. But we're going to talk to Coach Morgan, talk to as many of these sectional champion girls as we can, as they going to have a net hanging down. Another piece of net to add to the collection that is building for this program under Coach Morgan. And here goes Reese Keel. And I think she's the last one. She'll cut the rest of that net down. Or maybe Coach Morgan will get to do that. There you go. They're clapping. They're waiting for it. There it is. Reese Keel cuts down the net. And symbolically, there it is. That clinches it, right? Are you really champions until you have that net down there? I don't know. Well, they are now. And the smiles as wide as the town of Rosendale. On those Laconia Spartans, they get the win here over the Prairie School. Final score 71-59 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. And we're rolling on here with the post-game show. And they'll head up again. Their game comes up on Thursday afternoon, or really Thursday evening. It's a late night for Division IV up at the Resch Center. So that will come up on Thursday and see who they play. Aquinas would probably be a team that maybe you would think would be there, depending on results today, as well as a few other possible opponents for the Spartans. And if we got time, maybe we'll get to that. But we are all focused on the celebration for Laconia. No looking forward to next week. This is all about celebration for the team as they win the sectional final over the Prairie School. We're here at Slinger. We're going to take a timeout, come back with more. Post-game show rolls on after this. Stay with us.
Vote yes for the Rosendale-Brandon School District referendum. $46.5 million saved over the time of the loan. Updated facilities, including safety and accessibility, bringing all kids together, uniting communities, and showing Spartan pride. Continuing excellence in Rosendale-Brandon School District education. Find them on Facebook and Instagram, as well as visit www.rbsd.us/referendum for more information. Reminder, vote yes to questions 1 and 2 for the Rosendale-Brandon School District. Paid for by Vote Yes for RBSD.
Mueller's Repair and Recovery is a proud sponsor of Laconia in their game today. Good luck, Spartans! Mueller's Repair and Recovery offers 24-hour towing and recovery. Heavy, medium, and light duty. Long hauls anywhere in the States. They'll also take a truck to wherever the broken down one is, too. Call 852-0103 for a tow. Mueller's, 104 South Main Street, Rosendale. Good luck, Laconia.
Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry is a proud sponsor of today's game. Celebrating 10 years in business, Nathan specializes in kitchen and bathroom remodels, whole house remodels, new construction, additions, and more. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry also has an in-house designer on staff with virtual reality designs to help visualize your space before construction starts. Quality, efficiency, and integrity. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry. See Nathan's work at potratscarpentry.com and like them on Facebook.
PT Tire and Service, how can I help you?
Hi, my dad is out in the field kicking his tires and saying naughty words. Can you help?
Thanks for calling. Just leave the rest to us. Tire problems are no problem at PT Tire and Service.
PT Tire and Service, the tire experts of Central Wisconsin, offering 24/7 tire services. Call 346-TIRE or stop by 301 East Clark Street, Brandon. For all your tire problems and needs, that's 346-TIRE.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops just for your space. And buying direct saves you money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Nolan Insurance Agency of Brandon. Nolan Insurance Agency is committed to finding you the best insurance coverage at the most competitive rates. Whether it's home, auto, business, farm, crop, health, or life insurance, Nolan Insurance Agency has complete coverage and the personalized service you deserve. Nolan Insurance, 112 East Main Street in Brandon. Best of luck to all area athletes in your game today from Nolan Insurance. Vote yes for the Rosendale-Brandon School District referendum. $46.5 million saved over the time of the loan. Updated facilities, including safety and accessibility, bringing all kids together, uniting communities, and showing Spartan pride. Continuing excellence in Rosendale-Brandon School District education. Find them on Facebook and Instagram, as well as visit www.rbsd.us/referendum for more information. Reminder, vote yes to questions 1 and 2 for the Rosendale-Brandon School District. Paid for by Vote Yes for RBSD. Central Well and Pump of Brandon offers professional pump and pressure tank installation in Dodge, Columbia, Fond du Lac, Green Lake, Marquette, and Winnebago counties. Their pump installers have a combined over 50 years of experience. Call Central Well and Pump Services to set up a free estimate on their pump installation at 920-346-5114. Count on their knowledgeable technicians to provide 24/7 services even on weekends and holidays. Central Well and Pump Services is a proud sponsor of Laconia Athletics and wish the Spartans good luck in the postseason.
Good luck, Laconia, in your game today from the Rosendale-Brandon School District. On April 4th, Rosendale-Brandon School District residents will see 2 referendum questions on election ballots that will greatly impact the future of Rosendale-Brandon schools. The first question would authorize borrowing up to $1.5 million per year for 2 years needed to maintain current programs and services. The second question, if approved, authorize borrowing up to $35.7 million to address aging buildings and create efficient, safe, and updated learning environments for students. Proposed improvements would impact all district students by creating a unified central district campus with 2 enhanced and upgraded buildings connected by a new road for buses, parents, and staff. Voters are encouraged to become well-informed by attending a referendum information session and reviewing facts on the district's website before voting on April 4th. Good luck, Laconia, in your game today from the Rosendale-Brandon School District.
Welcome back here. We got the post-game show on RadioPlusInfo.com. Thanks for joining us today. Punched the ticket to the Resch Center here with senior Reese Keel. And Reese, you're the only senior on this team. Yeah. What does it mean to you that you guys have done it now 2 years in a row?
Yeah, last year it meant a lot because it was our first time. And we knew this year we were going to have to work really hard because we had the target on our back. But we knew we just had to trust each other and share the ball and trust each other we were going to do it.
When you guys had the tough moments this season, you lose a couple games early on, you lose the game to WLA late in the season. What's the mindset for the team as you come into the into the postseason, kind of the second season, as they say? Yeah. What's the mindset for the team?
Well, we knew what team we are. We knew we can be a very good team when we work together. So we just, every time we lose, we just have to bring it back together the next day at practice and keep going.
What have you felt your role's been as a leader for this team?
Just keeping them together and making sure that everyone is supporting each other and playing hard.
You guys had a really tough span to get here. I mean, Sheboygan Lutheran's a really good 4 seed.
Yeah.
WLA's a really good 3 seed. And then tonight, this is a really good Prairie School team. Just talk about what that does in terms of getting you ready for what you're going to see at State.
Definitely. These are very, very good teams, and we know we're going to see very good teams at State. So we're just taking what we learned here and bringing that into the state tournament.
There you go. You can hand those off. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Reese Keel and co-captain Callista Vandenberg Jr. 9 points tonight, Callista, this afternoon. Congratulations, first off.
Thank you.
I'll ask you. I'll start you where I finished with Reese. You guys had a tough stretch to get here. You guys knew you had the target on the back, like she said. What did it mean to play the strength of teams that you played to now earn your way to the Resch Center?
It just shows that we have the teamwork to play these games and make it all the way. And we play those tough teams in the beginning, but it just makes us better for these types of games.
What was your mindset going into this game? You knew it was going to be a physical game. Is that something you like going into a game, or
You know,
what?
it always makes you nervous because we don't have a lot of size, but you just have to play hard. That's what matters. Play hard and it'll all fall right.
You are the player that provides kind of the interior presence for this team. Is there any pressure on you to feel like you got to perform a certain way, or
Yeah, there's
just talk about
definitely
that.
some pressure. You know, coach always wants the rebounds, and it's like, if I don't get it, I know someone else has got my back too. But it's just a team effort down there.
The sophomores are a great class, but you have one senior on this team, and it's Reese. Talk about her presence on this team, and then you're one of a few juniors. What's your guys' role on the team? So first, talk about Reese.
We love Reese. Everyone loves Reese on their team. You know, she's so quiet, and so we like to bring the more fun side out in her. And she's done a great job being a quiet leader for us.
And then what's your role amongst the rest of the juniors to just kind of help bring along the sophomore class that is so talented?
Like I said, Reese is quiet, so I try to be a little more loud, initiate stuff, but everyone's really close together, and so it doesn't just take one person to be a leader.
How much has your experiences in these 2 years, last year you go to state, come up just short? How does that experience help you as you guys look forward? And I know looking forward is for tomorrow, and today is about celebrating, but if you can just for a minute say, what does that experience do for you guys as you move forward?
It definitely helped us with confidence and nerves. I don't think many of us felt too nervous going into these games, confident enough that we've been here before, we know what we have to do.
There you go. Congratulations, Callista.
Thank you.
2 in a row. Go enjoy yourself at the Resch Center this week.
Thank you.
There you go. That's Callista Vandenberg. She had 9 points, and we'll talk to Coach Morgan here in just a second. We got him right here, in fact. We'll, throw those on. If the ears aren't working, so if you can't hear me, you can just pop one of the headphones off. Coach, we talked about it before the game. My first question was your balance. I mean, 18 for Madigan, 13 for Engel, 9 Vandenberg, 12 Morgan, 8 Leonard, 7 I mean, was today just kind of a microcosm of how your whole season's been?
Yeah, absolutely. Any given game, it could be a different player, and tonight we had a bunch of kids step up. But that's what this team is, a bunch of gamers, Just so proud of the way they battled the whole game. And, Prairie School's a great team, and they made some runs on us. But that's the beauty of our team is we've got a bunch of kids that can step up. We don't rely on one kid. So, if one kid's not feeling it, somebody else steps up and takes that place.
When the game was hanging in the balance, I know free throw shooting up and down this year for you guys, but when the game was in the balance, especially Tierney, I think she was 7 of her first 8 or 8 of her first 9 or something like that. Just talk about the ability to just slow things down and capitalize on the free ones.
Yeah, and that's what gamers do. I mean, that's what the kids that rise to the top, they're able to just calm themselves and buckle down and focus and make those free throws. We haven't been a great free throw shooting team the whole year, but we made them when it counts. So I guess that's all you can ask for.
You went to that zone about a little over halfway through that first half. Obviously, it had the intended effect. I think it was something like a 15-0 run that you went on. What did you like about what your girls did in being able to be adaptable, go in the zone, go into the man, and then be successful both ways.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job of understanding what other kids on Prairie could do. There were some kids we knew we had to get out on because they're shooters, and there's other kids that maybe, don't shoot it as well, so you need to make sure that you don't rush at them and let them get by you. So I thought we just executed that perfectly. And, I didn't know, I knew at some point we were going to go to the 1-3-1. I didn't know when it was going to be. If we liked our man and it was working, we probably weren't going to go to it, but they called a timeout, and we thought they were going to draw something up, so we wanted to test it one time, and we told them we might go right back to man, but they turned it over, so we stayed in it.
I asked both Reese and Callista. Reese is the only senior on this team, and a team that gets a lot of attention because of the sophomore class and how much talent is there. And we'll get to Callista and the juniors in a second, but Reese, just talk about her as a senior and kind of a quiet leader for this group, as Callista put it.
Oh, quiet is the exact right word. Reese doesn't say much, but I'll tell you what, the girls love her. Just love her. She's got a great personality, and she's a gamer. She's a baller. She just is. So, you're coming out to these games, and you're playing for yourself, and you're playing for your parents, and you're playing for your fans, but you're also playing for Reese Keel. You don't want it to end for Reese, and that's exactly, I think the effort that nobody wants to see it end for Reese. So, they put forth their best effort. And
then Callista, your other captain, she said, where Reese maybe lacks in the noise, I try to make up for it. And she certainly did that for you guys today. Was not only got the one field goal, but did it from the free throw line like we kind of talked about before. What has she meant to this team as a junior leader?
Yeah, Callista's great because she keeps things lighthearted. She knows how to put things in perspective. She's a hard-nosed kid. She's actually really hard on herself, so sometimes we got to pump her up as well. But she's a kid that, it's never about me. She's always just looking out for the team, and she did a great job. She did a great job today. She's done a great job the whole season of just being there. And we don't have – Reese is our only senior, so some other kids got to step up as leaders, and Callista's done a great job this year.
Ever get sick of seeing that ladder come out and the pair of scissors?
No, it was great. I was so proud of these guys. We've run the gauntlet because this was a packed sectional. We knew it right from the get-go when they released the sectionals back in maybe June or May, whenever that was, and we knew it was going to be a dogfight just to try to get back to state. And we just ran the gauntlet, and now we're there.
I was going to ask you that last question, and I know today's celebration and maybe tomorrow you calm down and you focus on it, but what does that mean? I mean, Sheboygan Lutheran is one of the better 4 seeds you're going to see. WLA is one of the better 3 seeds that you could have in a sectional, and then this Prairie School team is a great team as well, probably a state-worthy team as well. What does that do for you guys in terms of knowing that you'd been there before, you have that experience, now you've proven to yourself, not that you needed to, but if you did, you've proven to yourself that you can get there again with a really tough path. What does that do for you guys up at state?
Oh, it's just a confidence builder. We played a great non-conference schedule this year to try to prepare for this moment, and now we got here, and you're right. I mean, Sheboygan Lutheran's an unbelievable team to have to play in the regional final, and then you run into WLA, and now these guys are just a phenomenal team. So, for us to be battle-tested going into the state tournament, I think is great. Now, there's going to be some great teams at state. We'll enjoy this one, but we have unfinished business, as we've been talking about. We were in a state title game last year, and we got most of our kids back, ran into a great Mineral Point team, and we hung with them. We hung with an undefeated Mineral Point team last year. It's not like we got blown off the floor, so we got some unfinished business coming back this year. We're not excited. We're excited to be there, but we want to go win the whole darn thing.
Upgrade that silver ball to a gold ball this time. Coach, go get them this weekend. Best of luck to you. Congratulations. Back-to-back sectional wins. How's that sound?
That's great.
Thanks
for being here.
There you go. That's Coach Morgan. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back, close things up here from Slinger High School when we return on RadioPlusInfo.com. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops just for your space. And buying direct saves you money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Welcome back here, RadioPlusInfo.com. We're here at Slinger High School. Jordan King with you. What a awesome game here today between the Prairie School and Laconia. Final score tonight, or this afternoon, 71-59. And Laconia back-to-back sectional champs and heading back to the Resch Center for the second straight season. Wanted to give you a final update of the numbers for Laconia. We went over them a couple of minutes ago, but final scoring for the Spartans. 3 for Reese Keel, who we heard a lot about during those interviews. 7 for Molly Duell, 8 for Aubrey Leonard, 9 for Callista Vandenberg, 12 points for Peyton Morgan, 13 for Ava Engel, and 18 points for Tierney Madigan. A lot of that coming from the line where she was missed 4 out of her last 5, but she was very efficient while the game hung in the balance. If you were going to give a play of the game with about 10 minutes left, Ava Engel responded to a 3 from the corner that put this back out to a 12-point lead, and Laconia didn't look back on their way to the sectional final win, punching their ticket back up to the Resch Center coming up this Thursday. Want to thank Coach Morgan, want to thank Reese Keel and Callista Vandenberg for joining us here for the post game. I want to thank you for tuning in here on RadioPlusInfo.com. Had a lot of fun today here at Slinger High School. Thanks to all the folks here at Slinger for getting us set up. And, man, new net hanging on the rims because Laconia had to rip it down. They are sectional champs once again after being the Flyway Conference champions and regional champs. Add a second consecutive sectional title, and as Coach Morgan just said, unfinished business up there at the Resch Center. Thanks to the great guys here for running the show. Jordan King saying so long. Hope you'll join one of our many other broadcasts here on Radio Plus Info today. It's sectional final day for the girls, regional final day for the boys. We got a lot more coming at you here on RadioPlusInfo.com. Everyone, have a great Saturday.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Cale Peterson. And Gracie Gopalin puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor into the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Upon on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets.
Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walda's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right.
Duel feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at RadioPlusInfo.com.